Video is going to be about is basically the introduction to natural selection, what it is, and how it happens. In order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a population. Okay, we're going to start off with a population of rabbits. Notice I have my population here. Now, this population has an error in it. Is they're all the same. No population, whether you look at trees, grass, rabbit, or even people, none are the same. Right? Everybody's a little bit different, and we call that variation. So I'm going to add some variation into my population here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press play. I'm going to speed up time a little bit, and voila. Notice that I have two variations. They're all the same species of rabbit, right? I just have a brown kind and a white kind. You could have long teeth, short teeth. In a cheetah population, there's variation in speed, right? Not all cheetahs are the same. So let's go ahead and watch what happens. Well, if I have any environment, it's going to have predators. I'm going to see what happens to this population when I add predators here. Okay, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here, and I'm going to fast forward. Now remember, at the beginning of our population of the simulation, most rabbits happen to be of the white variation. But where'd they all go? After just a couple generations here, you see that, well, now I still have a white variation. I got a couple back here, but majority are brown. And that one just kind of makes sense, right? We can make that connection already of like, hey, these guys, they blended in, so they're having more bunnies. Now let's just see what happens if we switch to a white environment. Let's see what would happen then. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. Again, we're using the same population here. And notice that we see a change in the population, that we go from primarily brown to primarily white. Okay, there's still variation, right? There's still different colors here, but now our white has the selective advantage. These guys have what's called an adaptation. They have white fur. They have a trait, and that helps them survive. Now, a lot of times what I hear people say is wrong is like, oh, well, they adapted to their environment. If you look at this brown guy, can he recognize, like, oh crap, I'm brown, I'm sticking out? Can he just, can he wish to be white? Well, no, that's not really how it happens, right? Is he has DNA to be brown. This guy has DNA to be white. Okay? And what ends up happening is how populations change, right, is those individuals, in this case the white ones, those individuals that have a bad trait that does not help them survive, such as the variation of white, well, we're going to see that go away. The good variations, the variations that help them to survive, like the brown in this case, well, they're going to actually become more common, right? And we start off with camouflage because it's an easy example. But let's just add, let's say there's something else. Let's say that there is, rabbits were born with some longer teeth. Okay, we'll add that variation in there, and we'll get rid of our wolves. Okay, so I'm going to actually add wolves back in so they don't take over. But I have short teeth and long teeth, and let's just say something about the environment is they had a little bit tougher of food. Okay. I'm going to switch environments real quick so the rabbits don't take over the world. Here we go. And I want to watch what happens with our long teeth. Okay. Now notice that our long teeth, unfortunately, I wonder if he can reproduce by himself. Probably not. He's lonely. Okay. Now what we should have saw, let me actually go ahead and replay this, refresh this, is if we see that we have a population here, and they have the variation of long teeth, well, sometimes those longer teeth might help them, right? Let's just say that my environment went through a drought, and my food became very woody, it became very tough. Now, most of my rabbits started off with short teeth, and after a couple generations, what we can see is the following. If we take a look down here, our short teeth were most common, the purple. Our long teeth were the dotted white line. If you see after a couple generations, what's happening to our long tooth, this dotted line? It's becoming common, right? What's happening to our purple line, our short teeth? They're becoming less common. Now, why would our long tooth become more common and our short tooth become less? Because, well, the long teeth help them eat the tough food, right? That was a beneficial trait. That's not just camouflage, right? Whenever we talk about natural selection, nature selects the best traits. Basically, what ends up happening is it says organisms with variations, with differences, most fit for their environment will survive more and leave more offspring. In other words, whatever trait that you are looking at, a beneficial trait that you have is going to help you to survive. And what's going to happen is it's going to become more common. Our long tooth, right? We got long teeth rabbits here. Struggling to find, this guy has short teeth. But not very many of them have short teeth because the long tooth helped them to eat more food, help them get the energy, help them reproduce, right? Natural selection is when good traits become common and when bad traits slowly disappear.